Hey everybody, welcome back to Minecraft Automated. I have been busy with a few projects. As you can see, I created a entrance to my little cave here. Tried to conceal it a little bit with some grass and the vines, but it's obviously still there. And this happened. I don't know whose that is, but somebody built right on top of my cave. So I left them a little sign, and we'll see what happens with this little building. Hopefully they will take it down or otherwise move. But other than that, we'll just keep on going. So I made this little entrance here just to spruce up the cave a little bit. I put in a couple farms, got some sugar cane going, some wheat, some pumpkins, got my enchanting table all done. Just the basics, getting started. One of the first things we need to do is start enchanting things. And if you don't have any kind of experience farm, that can be really slow. Just wandering around through caves, trying to get up to level 30 without dying, and it just takes a really long time. So what I'm going to be doing is creating an experience farm from a mob spawner. Ooh, it is dark. I'm going to run and sleep real quick. There's this mob spawner right next to my base, which is quite nice. And honestly, I'm going to try and keep the surface as untouched as possible. I'll probably grow some trees around here, maybe level this out a little bit, just to kind of hide my entrance. I don't want it to be really easy to see and just maybe a little concealed. Hopefully this will go away as well. But I've got this skeleton spawner right here, right next to my base. So what I'm going to do is use this to create an experience farm. And that's going to give me lots of arrows and bows. So I'll have some ranged weapons. What I'm going to do, like I said, I don't want to mess up the area up here too much. But I want to be able to stand in a spot close enough to the spawner where they're spawning. And where I can also kill the mobs. So one of the ways to do that is to basically like stand right here, have all the skeletons drop down into water, have them go this way and lift them way up in the air, go this way and then drop. And they'll drop right in front of me over here and I'll be able to one-shot kill them. Now that's one idea. But since I don't want to go up, as you can see, that's the top. So if I go up just a little bit, I'm going to be disturbing my forest up there. And I want to leave it as untouched as possible. So what I'm going to do here is burrow this out, and I'm going to have all the skeletons drop down, follow a water channel, and then get caught up. And I'm going to use a crusher system with pistons. So it's going to be a little more complicated than the usual elevator and fall or just water and fall mob trap. So that's the plan though. It's going to be a little challenging to build, but fun. And of course I'm going to link it to my cave, which I need to figure out where that's going to be right now. Because this goes down into there. So my cave's probably right around here. So I want to link this so I can close all this up. And so I can reach this from my cave. So that's going to be the first step, is trying to find out where that is. So I'm going to do that right now. Here we go. So I am going to hollow this all out, collect all the cobble and the mossy cobble, and clear out some stuff and get a little area going, and I will return. Alright, so just a quick note on how I'm going to be doing this. Maybe I should light it up a little better. So these things will spawn in an 8 by 8 by 3. That means 8 across in both directions and then 3 high. So here, here, and here. And I believe that's where the bottom of the mob is. So I need to go down at least to here to start the water. so there's plenty of room. And what I'm going to do is hollow out a 9 by 9 area, because you do need an 8 by 8, and it's centered on like one of the corners, and I can't remember which one it is exactly, and honestly I don't care to check because I can just make it a 9 by 9 and do it that way. So I'm going to hollow out a 9 by 9 by, yay high area. And the trick with a mob spawner is that if these skeletons start to pile up within 17 blocks, I believe it's 17 starting centered on this thing, so that would be 8 in each direction. If they're that close, then this thing will stop spawning, and that's obviously not what I want to happen. I want to pile mobs up until there's like 100 or something, so I can go AFK, come back and have hundreds of mobs, crush them all, and then get a bunch of experience, get to level 30. So there we go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to need to use a water channel to get them far enough away so that they don't stop the spawner from spawning anymore, but still be close enough to keep mobs spawning. So what I'm going to do is have them go this way and then drop down into the crusher, and I'll probably be standing closer here. And so that'll be my little technique. So anyway, what we're going to do is just hollow out the area and get this thing kind of rolling, and then I'll be back. Alright, this is the progress I've made so far. I created the trap out of stone bricks because I just really like the way they look. And I do believe I'm going to put a bunch of redstone lamps in here so I can turn this thing on or off, so I don't have a bunch of skeletons spawning when I'm just walking by, if I ever do. As you can see, I have this cut out here, and this is, I'm going to put water sources in each corner. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the 8th they'll drop down, and these will feed in to the centerpiece here, and they'll go down. And I dug this down. This is where I'm going to be standing, right around here. And I'll have glass up here so I can see the skeletons go by. And I actually ran into this little cave here, and I got a little distracted. Might have done a little mining. Got about another stack of iron and some coal, but anyway, what I'm going to do is connect this cave back to my main cave, and then this will be the waiting area for skeletons to spawn, and then they'll go overhead and then drop down here, so that way they'll be far enough away from the spawner where they'll keep spawning, and they'll drop down here, take 0 damage, and I'll have a little button somewhere around here, and it'll crush them, and then I can just one shot hit them and get experience. So that is the plan, and I'll be back once I've made some more progress. So I decided to come to the Nether for the first time. I actually haven't been here in this server yet, and need to get some glowstone, because I got to make some redstone lamps in order to turn my spawner on and off, and I'm going to need glowstone for that. So here I am, just getting some glowstone. Alright, I just got back to my base from the Nether, and I got over a stack of glowstone, so I will have plenty of redstone lamps. Just make a couple here. Yeah, I'll make 16. Actually found out if I just go straight this way, I drop down almost exactly to where I want to be. And I'm going to get this wired up so I can turn it on or off. That way I can remove the torches and add my water in there. Here I am in my spawner, And so each one of these redstone lamps gives off a light of 15 at the block. So say I put it right here, it's 15 here, then 14, 13, 12, etc. So what I want to do is place these strategically. Now I can't put them on the top here because I've got the surface right above and I don't want to disturb that. So I'm going to put them in the sides. So basically I'm going to need to space them out to make it so there's a block light of at least 7 everywhere in these 3 layers from right this layer. Let's see, so basically this layer, and that layer, everywhere the skeletons can spawn. That'll be 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. So that'll be 10 basically right at this block where my head is when I jump. So, wow, those things really light up a lot. So what I need is basically just 2 in each side. Just right there and there. And once I light those up, that should light up the room completely. There's 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Ooh, there's going to be some 7s. Okay, yeah, that's not going to work. I'm going to need 3 on each side. Or actually, by putting it right here, because that'll be, okay, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. It's the middle. So 10 right here. Then 9 and 8 up or down. 8 up or down. Yep, that'll do it. Okay, that is the pattern I need. And that'll make it so there's block light of 8 or more everywhere that a skeleton could spawn around the spawner. Like so. Alright, and to wire these things up, just need some redstone and to hop outside. So for this one, I'll just dig right through. And I believe I can just run a redstone wire just right along the top here. Okay, so and I believe this one, okay, so that's the last lamp. Now I need to make a, look at that, a button. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I just want to make sure this is going to work. Okay, yep, it lights it up. Good to go. Alright, so I'm going to take this down. Because it needs to get down to my control room. And redstone only goes 15 blocks, so let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So I am going to need a repeater, it looks like, to get down here. And I'm going to centralize it with one switch. So what I'll probably do is just go straight down. These two here. I could actually just put my lever right there, because if I have that'll actually trigger that. Ah, yeah, perfect. So I just need to do that on both sides. Alright, so I got that done. So I've got both of these feeding in here, so I will have my lever right here, little sign telling me on or off here. Alright, now if I jump up here, I'm going to disable all my torches. Uh-oh. Ooh. Alright, I better get out of here. Yeah. Alright, so those are definitely spawning. What? Who's shooting? Oh, maybe they're shooting each other. Alright, so that is on. Let these guys. Uh-oh, creeper. No. No. Whew. Not sure how I avoided that. Alright, so technically there should be no more spawning. Alright, let's take these guys out. See if anything else spawns. Alright, I've been sitting here for about 5 minutes and have had no spawns, so we're looking good. Alright, so I'm going to hop down, and what I'm going to do now is finish off my control room here. Alright, I think I have my basic setup down there, and I'm going to add my water in here. That'll make it so nothing else can spawn in here, and all the skeletons will get pushed. Now, as long as I set this up right, it should all funnel everything to the center there. So I'll put one here, and one there. And we just want to make sure all the water is going towards the center, which it looks to be the case. And one important thing, this is low enough where the skeletons will fall under this, so they don't pile up behind it. I've had that problem in the past. And then they go down, continue on here, and they'll fall out right there. That's perfect. Alright, so basically what I did here was just divert the water and went a good 8 spaces from the drop-off to make sure it stops right here and doesn't flow any farther. So the skeletons will hit this point, and I'm going to have them drop down to, so right there, they will put some glass here. They're going to stop in this little section and they won't be able to jump back up. So this is where they're going to pile up. I'm going to have a sticky piston pull this block out of the way, and they're going to collect right here in this little area, basically right on top of this block. So I'm going to have to go down one more. And then I'm going to have a crusher crush them, and I'll be able to knock their feet out right here and collect the loot. So that's the plan. I'm going to go make some sticky pistons and we'll get to work. Alright, so here we are with the basic idea. This is the on-off switch. This piston back here is attached to this glass block, or will be anyway, and that's going to retract for a second and drop the skeletons down onto this block. And then I'm going to have a piston right here pushing this block in and crushing the skeletons for a set amount of time until they reach half heart. And to get that done, I'm going to need a button right here, and that'll be the dropper. And then I'm going to have a button here, and that will be, maybe I'll have a sidewall here and have it be on the wall. Either way, I'll have a button over here somewhere that'll activate this piston, and what that's going to do is activate a bunch of repeaters so the piston sticks into the skeletons for a set amount of time and reduces them to a half heart. So first, let's go ahead and hook up the dropper. So I think what we're going to do, just to make it easy, is use a wood button here, because those have a long delay, and I believe that will retract the piston long enough for it to drop all the skeletons. So I'll go grab a wood button, and I'll be right back. Alright, so for the dropper, we're going to have our wood button here. Yeah, it's got that nice long delay on it. And that is basically just going to go and see. Now wait, I believe if I put a redstone here, it will activate that. No. Wrong about that. But there will. Yes, okay. Alright, so we're going to put one here. If I put this here, I'll have to just take out those two and do that. And I believe, wait, yeah, I believe that'll work. Let's give it a shot. Okay, perfect. Now the skeletons will pile up on there. Just hit this, retract for a sec, let them drop down, and return. And of course this has to be a glass block, because if you use a stone block or any kind of solid opaque block, if they get stuck in there, it'll do damage to them, and then the crusher will kill them and I won't get experience. So we don't want that. So using glass will just fix that problem. And so now for the crusher. Alright, so for the crusher, I'm going to do my best to explain this. I hope you'll be able to understand. But anyway, we're going to have our button here. When we push that, it's going to activate the crusher. Now this is our piston that's going to crush. Skeletons will be standing right here, and this is going to come squish their head. Of course this will be blocked in so they can't go anywhere. And this will have a piece of glass on it. So first what we want to do is wire this button to the piston, like so. And you can see that'll crush. Now what we need to do is set up the delay. And that is a little trickier. What we're going to do is come off this way, and we're going to use this thing called an RS NOR latch, I believe it's called. Basically what it is it holds a steady state for the redstone. So as soon as you activate the button here, it's going to keep this redstone active until the repeaters go all the way around and come back. So hopefully it'll make sense as I build it for you. Alright, so we start with, see, one there. Actually we can start it here and go up. And basically what it is, it's a redstone torch here and underneath. Okay. And what you want to do is bring the redstone up to the top of this and put it on both of those. So as you can see, this one's on now and this one's off. Now, basically all we do is set a bunch of repeaters from this one. So put this repeater here, and then we go all the way around, and then we'll put a repeater here. As you can see, as soon as that gets fired, oh, well, that's not going to show much. Not sure why that did a clock. Might have needed a little bit more delay. Yeah. Oh, I know what I'm missing. We need one redstone here. And that'll keep this activated. Alright, so you have the incoming redstone from the button. It has to go to the piston and to the RS NOR latch. Now, it goes up to this one, and we want it to go all the way up like that. That way it's just all connected. And so you have a redstone torch here and one underneath, 2 redstone on the top, like so, and 1 redstone here. And now what we're going to do, I need to hollow out a little more space. I believe we need about 24 repeaters hooked up, all at 4 ticks. So what I'm going to do is hollow out enough space to do that. So we have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Oh, look at that. Guessed pretty good. Okay, so looks like if you just go 7 repeaters and then a redstone and just follow this pattern, you'll get 24 perfectly. Now I'm not sure that 24 is the exact number we need, so I'm going to need to test this. So let's set all these to 4 ticks. Now let's go try it out. Yep, looks like it's working good. In just a sec, it should retract. Perfect. Alright, see, that is exactly what we're going for. So now comes the test. Alright, so I'm going to turn this thing on. Let's get some skeletons in here. Alright, I have got a clog, and I've got to go check that out. Alright, so they're getting caught up right here. Oh, that's not good. Why? Okay, so I think I need to take this one out. That way they'll drop all the way down and won't get stuck right there. Yeah, okay. Alright, turn it back on, let's get some skeletons. Alright, our first skeleton. Perfect. Working much better now. Looks like we got 10, oh that's including those bones and stuff. So we got about 6 or 7 in there. Now let's drop them. Perfect. And crush them. Oh, perfect. So yep, 24 repeaters, all at 4 ticks. That's exactly what we need. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the spawner, I guess. So I am just going to tidy this up and let them keep spawning. And I'll be back once it's all looking nice. So I've got this thing all labeled and closed off nicely. And this is how it ended up. We've got the on-off switch, the dropper, and the crusher. And we've got about 62, 65 skeletons in there, and counting. So we're going to go ahead and try it out. Okay, dropped them all, no problem. And crush. Perfect. Nice. Alright, we hit 30, so let's run back. As you can see, I'm still working on the path. I am going to make a diamond pickaxe. There's some diamonds. There's some sticks. And we'll enchant a diamond pickaxe. What's it gonna be? Oh, not bad. I'd really like to get a Fortune 3 diamond pickaxe, but that's probably going to be a little while. So let's run back and finish off all those guys. As far as the killing goes, I think instead of trying to extend this thing, I'm just going to get potions of healing, the splash potions, and I'll just kill them all at once with a potion instead of hitting them, because it's pointless to hit them anyway. So that's going to work out just perfect. I'll just drop them, crush them, and throw a potion at them once I get brewing up and going. Obviously I'm not quite there yet, but yeah, so our XP farm is totally done, and I guess that does it for this episode. Now we'll be able to go AFK right here and just wait for the skeletons to stack up, get to level 30 a bunch of times, and start enchanting some pickaxes. Hopefully get a Fortune 3 diamond pickaxe. That would be really nice. So, I guess that does it for me. We'll see you guys next time, and thanks for watching.